That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to Season 8, Episode 99 of the Aftershock Corner. I am Owen the Birdman, and this is and you guys heard it here first. We are on our 99th episode of this show. This is counting the old Aftershock Wrestling.
Combined into one now.
Yeah.
And as you may know, what comes after 99?
100
episodes. We've made it.
We had like
we fucking made it.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but
we made it. It looked like it was very dreary, and it looks like it was gonna be the end of it a while ago.
But no, we continued it.
It's been fantastic. Now next week is gonna be a party. Next week is gonna be
we're gonna have cake. We're gonna have cake. We're gonna have party hats. We're gonna have the.
It's gonna be a fun episode.
We're gonna go live. Going live next week.
Going live too, so be prepared.
So but yeah, let's hope we have a whole crew, because we only have it's just us two at the moment.
Yeah.
But I am Owen the Birdman Finch, and this is
Vagabundo.
I know I fucked that up, but
who cares?
But it's not just two of us. I have the #1 contender to the Aftershock Corner Heavyweight Championship. This is James the He-Man Hebert.
Boo!
Boo! You guys
suck!
You love me and you know it.
You suck! You suck! You suck!
You suck!
You suck!
That could be a compliment, though.
He sucks big penises. Big ones.
After a year full of absence from the show, I'm finally back. I finally feel like I'm myself again. Where at one point, on my very last episode, I was not myself. And now I'm back. And as much as I respect John, I will be damned if I don't win this Massasoit Predictions Heavyweight title. This is my life! Understand me? My life!
Massasoit Predictions Championship?
You're next. Oh my god!
James sounds like he's knocking on the floor.
Not if I have said anything. You're next, bitch. And I will be retaining my Aftershock Corner Championship.
After James is done knocking on the floor.
You bastard. Oh. I'm dead. Alright, we good?
We're good.
I fucked up my shit on the back.
Yeah, your fucking foot is hanging off the table.
This is great. I hope that's in the shot.
It's not.
That fucking hurt. When you smacked me, that was great. Oh, God.
How does it feel to get hit with that title, actually?
Oh, it fucking hurts. Actually hurts.
I didn't break it.
Oh, my God. So we're just going to go with this?
We did that with the other
That's how we're doing it? Like, I'm just, like nothing ever happened?
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it.
No sell. No sell.
Hey, look at that, though, guys. Look at
We do.
Our clan's here.
Hey!
We
Our
wanted
clan's here with our new championship belt because Steve's a faggot.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And John, let's hope you don't lose.
I fuck with Trojans.
Let's hope you don't lose this belt on your first title defense.
Oh,
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Because Steve lost the other one in his first title.
I didn't too.
Fuck!
I did too, technically.
Okay.
I said I respected you!
to lose it.
He did.
Like,
He's been salty ever since then.
Get to it. That was hilarious.
It
Well,
was.
fuck. I mean, when I
James-
don't get to hold
James
the
is-
fucking title because Steve doesn't bring it in,
That was hysterical.
asshole.
James is laying there going, ugh.
So, did you guys see what I sent him?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, you're next, he said.
You know what you should have done though? Is you should have done what Austin did with The Rock. The Rock, when Austin
Oh, yeah, the
put the
beeper.
316 on the beeper,
Yeah.
that's what you should have like done the eyes.
Yeah.
That would have been instead of like calling it the Massasoit Predictions Championship,
You're next.
but it's the Aftershock Corner Predictions Championship.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I don't even care.
Okay, so that went out without a hitch.
Yeah, it did. It went
That was good.
Kinda.
But remember, guys, if you guys get past each other, you still got to get through me.
I have no problem with that. You never.
I think you gotta get through me, because I am the second longest reigning champion on this show. After I lost it,
Even though, but you were trying so hard to lose that fucking belt too.
and
you always won.
As you guys have watched on the springtime, after I won the championship, I was trying so hard to lose it, but I couldn't.
That when we had the toxic Aftershock corner.
I was trying so hard to lose it.
Oh, fuck, that hurt.
What?
I tried to put this belt on my shoulder and it went a little bit too far to me right in the eye.
Belt
That belt doesn't feel good, does it, John?
No.
Dude, you should like move over a little bit just so they can see. Like move over. Yeah, like kind of near Chris. No, then you're blocking Chris.
No,
I'm
you're
not.
not.
If you lean back, yeah, then you're good.
Okay, so. Yeah,
Chris,
stop
stop leaning back. You gotta let the people see you.
Just move over.
There we go.
I'm good right now. I'm good. I'm
Move
good.
over.
I'm good.
Alright, so-
You can see me.
Move. No, they can't.
You can't see me.
No, they can't see
Now
me
you can
forward.
see me. You can
Just-
see me.
Just move.
What the fuck are you doing? Stop groping me.
Well, okay,
There
okay.
you
now-
go.
Why am I like facing the door now?
Well, shit.
Nice.
You're
Hello.
you're watching the
Hi.
WWE. You're like the
I'm staring at the projector.
yeah. You're like the WWE performers when they
Are you ready for-
watch the matches from backstage.
Are we ready for Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
let me
I'm
just
ready.
let me just
No,
finish.
no, John. No, Chris. All right.
I'm ready now.
fucking.
I'm ready now.
You're so lazy sometimes.
Hey, he's the.
I swear to God. See, now move
Good,
up.
good boy.
At least give me some fucking move. Move up.
But
Move up.
you move me up.
No.
Move
You're
me
a
up.
big boy. You do it. Fuck it. Here, this is what we'll do. And then. Oh my God.
Do we have to reshoot again?
No, we don't.
Fuck it. There we go. We're
I
good.
think we're gonna
Awesome.
get it as good as the first one.
Fantastic.
All right. So now let's get to the topics we're gonna discuss. John just can't contain himself.
Raw.
We're gonna talk about Monday Night
Thursday.
Raw.
Raw Thursday. Let's go.
Thursday, Raw Thursday.
Let's do
The
it.
Tony Nese episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Say yeah.
Just watch the last video that was uploaded.
Oh, hey, oh. Oh,
It's the
hey,
most generic theme song I've ever heard in my life.
Anyway, so Raw happened this week.
Chris said he'd do the notes, but let's
Low
wait
attendance for the show.
Yeah, for both actually.
for both Raw and SmackDown.
Which
They had a
I'll be talking
sold
about
out
that
crowd.
in greater detail on my podcast. By the
Why
way.
not talk about it here?
Fuck it.
We're
I'll
talking about-
talk about both. Why not? All right.
So,
let's talk about the fact that what was the attendance? It was like fucking 8,000 or something.
10, I think 10.
8 to 10,000.
Yeah.
I think it was a little over
I heard
10,000.
there was like
So,
the whole other
like
side.
1075 or
The whole
something
other
like that.
side was like blocked off because no one was there.
If it wasn't,
It was better for the Raw than it was for SmackDown, but it was still like for SmackDown, half of the crowd was black.
So I want to say
Walked out,
this.
so.
To the shock of no one, the ratings have been down like a quarter of what they used to be back in like 2009, 2010, etc. So on. Ever since 2015, like I said, was gonna fucking happen. Only now is it showing in live attendance, where 3/4 of the fucking people are now no longer attending the show, which I think proves a big fucking problem. I don't care. I know it's the third quarter, but the third quarter never had this low. Never in a million years had this low.
Well-
It was like one time, and of course, ironically, it was in 2015.
Do you remember? Do you guys remember what the last time a WWE event happened in San Jose? Was it the House of Horrors?
Yeah.
Scared them away.
Yep. The House of
Sure.
The House of Horrors.
Oh yeah,
Because they're
It
probably
was a House of
themselves.
Horrors match. Where a lot of whores were in that match.
I guarantee you, everybody in that
That's
WWE, oh my fucking god, I don't care.
Michael Cole, chill out.
I don't know why people are buzzing me on some. There, I'm muting it.
Damn it.
Stab it.
Text him, fuck you.
Fuck you.
But,
Fuck you.
well, I'll still probably get it anyway.
Fuck you.
I didn't send it.
Fucking, anyway. So, essentially, the WWE is in, I don't know if they're in dire straits, but first off, it just keeps getting worse. Because they had to cut the staging when they started the network. So, all the stages look the fucking same now. Then,
I thought they always did before.
they started doing it in 2014.
No, but I swear to God,
they were all the same.
They were all the same.
Right after they
before.
went to HD.
No, the Raw and SmackDown stages were. I'm talking about for pay-per-view.
Yeah, I thought they were.
They were.
Pay-per-views,
Yeah.
no, pay-per-views started in 2014. I remember this because Hell in a Cell stage was different. Like TLC, that was the last stage that was different. And then
But I
the
remember,
next year, they completely stopped doing custom entries.
But I do remember there was a
Stages.
Stages, yeah.
Even SummerSlam is the same set.
Yeah, so
But I remember
WrestleMania
so-
is the only set that's different.
Yeah.
I remember there was
every
pay-per-views
set
before
is
the
the same.
network that looked the same.
Then it got worse because 2015, their creative team, I don't know who the fuck they hired, but they must have hired someone
You.
off the fucking street. Yeah.
Because
So
you wanted
if it were me, some of the shit would at least make sense. Yeah, I'm not always.
Yeah,
great.
you wanted to book a
Like
60
Civil
man
War,
Royal
yeah,
Rumble.
sure. Some people won't like that.
16-man Royal
But at
Rumble.
least I'd have some fucking people to reel me in, and
60.
hopefully most of my shit get through. That does make sense, right?
Like the 60
Point
man
is,
Royal
what
Rumble.
the fuck they got them? What the fuck got these people? I swear it was from a fucking street corner, and they're just like, hey, you're a hobo? We'll pay you. Or they got them from
I was
fucking
going,
Universal
fuck you,
Studios. whatever.
ledge.
Now, they've cut their productions so bad that there's no pyro. What's
I
the
don't think
famous
that's a
line,
big
John?
difference.
Roman Reigns saying, business has never been better.
And John Cena replies with,
Where's the pyro?
yeah, business
Yeah.
is booming, like the lack of pyro we have now.
Yeah.
So, no pyro, low attendance,
Not that power makes
same
a
staging
big
for
difference.
every show.
It
Well,
makes
still,
it,
it's a cost cut.
It is a cost cut, but it's not really going to make a difference on a show.
But why
If
does there need to be a cost cut?
Why does it need to be pyro?
Because that pops the crowd.
yeah.
Exactly.
You don't like John. You can't speak because you don't like pyro. Actually,
Some
No,
people don't.
But here's the thing. It makes Brock Lesnar just a little bit more cool. Now he's
AJ Styles,
AJ Styles is another one.
Neville.
Neville fucking.
I still remember when like TJP got scared of Neville's pyro. Who else is pyro? Who else's entrance looks stupid without pyro? Can you imagine Taker's entrance with
Oh,
Taker's
the lightning?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Exactly.
So,
Imagine imagine-
apparently, like, after Raw in the 90s, there was a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels on
Yeah, I saw
Triple Threat match. Like,
Should
they
we-
went after the show.
Should we review that on the Retro Wrestling Review series one day?
Yeah.
Okay. This
Wait,
week?
are they actually showing it?
Huh?
They actually showing it?
It's on. I just sent it to the chat. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's actually pretty cool. I've never seen that match before.
Yeah.
so
So
we're not watching it now.
yeah, but
September
pyro.
22nd,
Pyro's
1997.
gone. No, all the same stage for everything, plus very low attendance. I think that screams problem. If that does not scream problem, I don't know what does.
But it doesn't really matter because the WWE it's still a big dog, so it's not like I don't.
Well,
think
yeah.
it
There's
matters.
no, what company's gonna stand up against them?
Well, I don't think any company is trying to stand up against them. I think they're waiting for them.
They're trying to be themselves.
Honestly, I think they're either. They
Honestly,
think,
they
I
don't
think-
care if WWE's number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and
Like, New Japan's not trying to really outstage
Well,
WWE.
here's the
They
funny
really
thing.
are, but they're not trying to
I think they should because WWE is kind of the big dogs unless New Japan takes over.
They
In which
need-
case
they
New
need-
Japan would be the big
They,
dogs.
they need that TV deal.
So it's just
Well,
like
it's like
you're
one.
kinda-
It's not like 1 and 2. It's like 1 and
Well,
1.
WWE's kind of
Yeah.
fucked right now if they're getting low attendance. What is that going to scream to the USA network? Not re-signing.
They will
Still
because
resigning.
USA. We've talked about this before. USA shows, other than like Raw and like some other, they all suck. Like I don't recall a time
Yeah, but we
when someone
said the
says that
same thing about
Actually,
TNA
yeah.
where their show sucked, and then they found reasons.
But
to
Raw's
do it.
the main, but no one was watching TNA. Raw's the main venue that people watch.
I just want to watch all episodes of NCIS.
Yeah.
No,
NCIS,
right now it's
Chrissy
SmackDown.
Knows Best. Or
Well, yeah, but
the new Todd Chrissy show that
SmackDown is like their
just
highest
on.
rated show.
But if Raw goes, SmackDown goes.
You know why? WWE.
Yeah.
WWE pulls out USA Network. I mean SmackDown too.
Yeah. So if Raw goes, because Raw's the big show, SmackDown. I mean, let's be honest, SmackDown's been better lately, but
Yeah, SmackDown's been really good recently.
Yeah, I did not this week, but
Not this week, but like recently it's been really good.
Yeah.
I don't
but like, but with no Raw, there's no because Raw what created SmackDown pretty
Yep.
much.
The Rock did.
Well, yeah, but
That's his
The
fucking
Rock
catchphrase.
created SmackDown.
The Rock says,
yeah, but if Raw,
The Rock.
The Rock
Just
says,
laying the SmackDown.
laying the smack down.
Laying the smacketh down.
I mean, I don't think business is like booming, but
It's
I
not
don't think
booming.
it's
No,
not. They're
it's
not. They're
not.
not completely fucked where they're gonna go
They're not gonna be
under.
fucked. Yeah, they're not gonna ever go under. It's just
No, I'm saying like the fact that the lack of pyro really shows that they're
Yeah.
really cutting back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, even if they're not, like, the fact that they're not even doing whatever they can to avoid looking bush league is kind of concerning. Like, it makes it look so bush league that there's no pyro now, that there's no different stages now. I mean, it's basically like a higher budgeted bush league now. It's like minor league baseball. It's the closest thing you can compare it to. You know what I mean?
But you
it's
like-
kind of concerning if you really put it in that perspective.
I don't
But all the other Bush League stuff, you seem to like the Bush Ring of Honor. You seem to like that. You like
Well, Ring of Honor actually it makes sense where it counts, which is storylines. NXT, same thing, even though it's under the WWE umbrella. Makes sense because the storylines are fucking complicated
NXT
unless
doesn't
they
have.
have to be, and
NXT
then,
doesn't have
even then it
follow-up.
still makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
So
No,
what? So what? There's a lot of. So what? The actual WWE storylines right now are actually simple.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, not back then. I mean, that was.
But
kind
now
of the
we're
big
talking
problem.
about we're talking about right now though.
Yeah.
Right now it's gotten a little better. I'll give you that.
You mean a lot better?
I mean, unless of course
There really
we
is
talk-
no.
Unless we talk about fucking Jinder and Shinsuke, which is just fucking.
Well, that's
We'll
the
get-
that's
we'll get to
that.
that.
That's one
We'll
thing.
get to
though.
that.
That's not like
And it's
a
simple.
massive problem. It's just one issue.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not a
Well, I
problem.
would say Jinder is kind of a massive.
Jinder's the issue.
It's
Right-
not a
right
massive
now,
issue
right
that
now,
he's WWE
their
champion.
issue, their
They're trying to
storylines
create
may
diversity.
Make sense, but here's the
But
problem.
at the same time, it's not working because it's not. See, the thing with the Indian fan base is, you know why it was so popular? Because Kali was a face. What's Jinder?
A heel.
Heel.
If Jinder was a face, it'd be a different story.
And also, he never wins clean too.
He never was clean either.
And he
yeah.
never won any. He never won any of his. How many matches has he lost before WWE?
Oh, I read what culture actually put something about
80% of his
it.
matches.
It's a staggering statistic.
Yeah.
But
Including winning
if
El
he was-
Torito.
If Jinder was a face, the Indian
And winning
fans,
his matches.
There's
the
other
Indian
ways-
fan base loves faces.
But there's other ways to branch out into India besides
Yeah.
making him WWE
But
champion.
at the same time,
Right.
it's like I've seen so many comments on the WWE fan pages, like with like Jinder Mahal like on it, and they're like, "We hate him here in India."
Yeah.
You know why? Because he's not a face. Indian
Yeah.
people love faces. It's simple.
As I
You want to
said,
branch off of that market, fine.
So my point
Portray him off
going
as a
back
big time
to
face.
it's go away heat.
That's
It's
how
not
you get
even-
that
it's
audience.
not even-
You don't have to
it's
put.
not
You can
even
put.
heat.
You can put the Intercontinental Championship on, or the U.S. Championship.
The
whatever.
US title would fit
and,
his
and
gimmick.
switch them. AJ, WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal, U.S. Champion. Would that be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
would
think,
much
like if
enjoy
Jinder wasn't
that.
WWE, if he was the U.S. champion,
I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
honestly would probably rather that because I said that. Jinder
You know,
should
have
get a
him
red card.
win matches and work his way up to being
Yeah.
the WWE Champion because
Instead of
that's what the U.S. Championship and the IC Championship used to be.
Yeah.
Instead
It
of
used
just
to be the
That's what it
stepping
should
stone
be,
to
yeah.
that to the main championship.
instead of just just putting him there. Like,
Yeah.
immediately.
I can see where the hate's coming from with him because he was just put as champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was on
They-
Raw.
the thing is too, they rushed it
it
so quickly because they wanted to create diversity and go into the Indian market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of making Jinder build up, and maybe turning him face, for instance.
Yeah.
And you know, like Rusev. That's
I
a
love
great, that's a
we
good
love
run
Rusev.
for him.
Yeah.
But still, Rusev is the heel.
Because can you imagine if the same thing happened to Rusev a year when he was first coming in, same thing would have happened.
I don't think the same thing would have happened because I think Rusev is a better wrestler than Jinder Mahal.
Well,
Rusev is
here's
definitely a better
the
wrestler.
thing.
Rusev's a fantastic
what
talent.
got,
There's no
what got
denying
him
that.
over wasn't he was a better wrestler and he also had a gimmick where people would genuinely boo it and want to pay to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike Jinder.
Unlike Jinder, where it's
they're not paying.
complete X.
Where they're not paying to see get his ass kicked.
You see,
They're not paying at all.
There's a
Exactly.
very,
That's the thing. They're not paying to see.
there's a very telling sign,
There's
especially in SmackDown, where the entire hard cam side, not the one they're actually showing towards like the ring,
Yeah.
but the other side of the camera, it's empty.
You could state they panned out.
Yeah.
There was 3 rows that were filled.
Yeah.
The other 50-something rows
They're taped off.
Yeah.
I think
about it like this. I think about it like this too.
It looked like a TNA show.
It did. Yeah.
If you think about it,
It looked like
SmackDown.
one of those TNA or
Did it look
GFW like
Papers.
It really
ballpark
does.
shows.
It really does.
The
Did,
ballpark
And
shows.
here's the thing about it. I'm fine with Ring of Honor being Bush League, but hopefully they get better. But
This is the
they're
WWE.
actually
This
Bush
is the
League.
WWE.
This is WWE.
This
Exactly.
is
That's my
the
point.
main brand of wrestling and sports
It's a
entertainment right here.
concerning problem that
And it is a concern.
they're not necessarily like they're probably not gonna like die within like the next week or two. That's not what I'm saying. But eventually they will. They can't
Eventually,
just keep going to these funds that they keep saving and budget cutting. You know, they can't keep
eventually
doing
those
that.
funds are gonna run dry.
They need to fix their fucking
If
product.
they- if
That's
their
the
plan-
core issue.
If their plan right now is to keep the title on Jinder until the Rumble, they're
fucked. No one's gonna tune into WrestleMania.
that is the plan right now.
That's
And
a
then I've
horrible
seen-
plan.
And then I've seen it take the title off them. That's from what I'm hearing.
So 17-time world champion. So we're gonna have a guy who everybody has, and even you have been exposed that he's now being a complete fucking hypocrite.
We'll get to that.
Beat Jinder, who's also a fucking just terrible, to win the fucking his 17th world title. And you don't think that's gonna turn people off? That's a bad plan. That is a bad plan. Cut it.
You know what that is?
Cut it.
That's WrestleMania 9 shit.
It is. It is.
Bray has no good
Yeah, it
matches
was.
in that show.
It's,
Even the Bray Yokozuna matches.
the only difference is there's longer build up to Cena winning the title. That's
Because
the
of
only
the
difference.
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
And then
But
Oh my god.
we've talked about it enough. Let's get to Raw.
Let's fucking do it.
If only this was a good Raw. I always, you know what I find?
By virtue, by proxy, Raw won this week because SmackDown was boring.
That sucked.
SmackDown was boring. Well, yeah, I'll
And Raw was boring too.
Raw was boring, but Raw wins this week
Dude,
for me.
fucking
And
how
I
to
want to
troll-
get once we get to
how to
SmackDown,
troll
I'm
Birdman
gonna put
when
my
you
2
were
cents
doing
in
the
on
live
the Kevin
reactions
Owens and
was
Shane
fucking
thing
more
too,
entertaining than
because I got something even better than what they booked. Because that was absolutely boring. So
boring.
Raw happened. It just happened on Monday.
Before we go on that, I have a
1917.
question. Did Bobby
September
Roode
18th?
make
No,
any
no.
show?
No excuse this week because there was no
Oh my
NXT.
God.
There was no. We'll get to that though. Because we're not. This is Raw.
Okay, Raw. So the commentators, of course, are the same commentators since the Superstar Shakeup. Grizz, McCall, and Booker, Old Man Grunt State.
I heard it was
Better than
worse.
Otunga.
I heard it was worse this week than it ever was.
My goodness. My goodness.
So are you just gonna break down each segment, but we'll all talk about?
Yeah. Well, the first one's more like a remembered Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
As,
Should we just talk about because they split out throughout the show?
one of the most. I thought this was disrespectful on SmackDown. Just before we get there, they didn't even air about
No,
Bobby
they
Heenan thing. A segment,
I was
nothing. Where
actually
Raw
about
took
it.
time
Yeah.
out of its programming to plug Bobby Heenan in almost every hour.
NXT this week even did like an
Because
in
Road Dogg's
And
too
then-
busy fucking getting a fucking hard on for Jinder goddamn Mahal.
They're,
It's fucking
they're also the 10 belt salute too
Yeah.
for him on NXT.
yeah.
I didn't. Did they cut it out or was it at a different
No,
show?
I made it. It made it.
I didn't see it. This
I know. I saw the results. It made it.
You know, it's a tragic
So
loss
should
for
we
the
each
WWE family.
should we each all just give like a favorite moments of his?
That's just like
I mean, we
I mean,
talk
obviously,
about
like
we
the
talk about
Shawn,
one all the time.
the Shawn Michaels Money and Eddie glass thing.
Yeah.
That was
We
hysterical.
just referenced it in our last show too.
Him and Gorilla,
Yeah.
him and Monsoon were hysterical.
Obviously,
great friends.
Brian, give me a break.
Great friends off the air too.
they showed a lot of their segments together in the video in the.
Yeah, they
tribute
were
too.
they made magic in the
Yeah.
80s and in the 90s.
He was the second best Hall of Fame speech that we've ever had.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just behind Jake. That was.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
His
yeah.
speech with doing Vince McMahon Appreciation Night was gold too.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're gonna remember when Andre the Giant had the big heel turn. He aligned himself
He aligned
with Bobby.
himself with Andre.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby,
single,
you know,
single greatest.
Obviously, one of his
entertainer
best
in
quotes.
history.
You listen to me, you go to the top. If you don't, I forget the exact, but you
You've never heard from him again.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tragic loss for the WWE family.
No, I'm gonna
in
get heat
general.
for saying this, but in a sense, since he was in bad health, I'm kind of happy he's not suffering anymore.
It's not an ingenuous thing to say. I mean, it's
Yeah.
true. He's not suffering anymore. I mean,
Because he was
he
putting.
couldn't talk.
Yeah.
He literally couldn't talk at the end.
Talk.
He couldn't talk.
It was bad, and I'm not saying this to be absolutely disrespectful. I'm saying it to talk about like he was in very bad health.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like a literal light bulb.
Yeah.
And
Look, you know,
It was sick.
it's one of those things where even though he was in bad health, it's still a tough loss for the WWE family.
I would.
You know, everyone was a fan. Everyone loved him.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
If he,
I
if
think
he
the
was
last segment I ever saw him in was
Vince
a
McMahon.
TNA
It was
segment too, way back in like
I think he was on.
2004.
I think he was on WWE programming like in the mid 2010s.
2007 was the last appearance
Yeah.
of McMahon WWE.
On
the
WWE.
Vince
I thought-
McMahon, the Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
it's
Right,
on online.
right,
The
right.
so another very great moment for Bobby Heenan is when after Gorilla Monsoon had died.
Yeah.
He's on WCW
Oh
commentary.
yeah.
You know.
And he breaks down. That was his best friend. That was
Yeah.
his. You know,
Like he
they
broke,
were so
he broke
close.
character and gave.
Yep.
I remember too. He always hated Hulk Hogan, whether he was face or heel.
And the one thing about that too is they weren't even going to mention it on WCW TV.
Yep.
And Brain was very adamant that he wanted to say something. And guess what?
Did he go? Did he go?
He won.
He went off script and just completely.
Yep. He won. He got what he said, what he had to say.
Yeah.
And if you watch it over again, it's not only a moving speech, it's a really good one too.
Yep.
And
he got on the mic.
obviously,
No, it's a commentary.
It was on
probably.
commentary.
I'd say he probably.
Like right at the beginning of WCW.
As much as.
They weren't even going to mention like a tribute to him or anything.
Yeah.
They weren't going to say anything about him.
Yeah.
But Bobby was very adamant about, you know,
Yeah.
saying what he had to say in a tribute to Gorilla Monsoon, and he won.
Yeah.
So
And obviously, one of the greatest managers. I think he is the greatest.
he's the
manager.
greatest manager of all time.
He is the greatest.
His
Yep.
promos are legendary.
Yeah.
His work in general is legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't, if you've only heard of him in name only, go on YouTube, watch his clips, watch stuff from the network. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was, you know, I was never.
I
I didn't
remember-
watch because I didn't watch WCW
Yeah.
when I was only like 5 when WCW ended, so I really don't even think I watched WCW until like later in my life. But you know, of course I wasn't born when he was in WWF, so or AWA.
Another
So
thing.
I take pride and joy going back and watching those.
Another thing I remember was when me and Gene Oakland like first went to WCW. Bobby the Brain Heenan followed him to WCW. He debuted the same night.
Yeah.
And
They always did that. They always left in like
Yeah.
groups.
yeah.
Like first it was like Hogan and me, Gene left at AWA, went to
Yeah.
WWF, and then like Hogan, me and Gene and Brain all left at the same time and went to WCW.
But yeah, is that why you thought is it a bias then that SmackDown lost for you because they didn't do a tribute too?
I thought it was disrespectful. I mean, there's another reason why too, but that's the Shane Kevin Owens
Yeah.
thing. But I thought it was
Oh, you didn't
disrespectful.
like that?
No.
Kevin was a fantastic. promo.
Not the Kevin Owens part of it. I mean, I like both their promos singularly, but I want to bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but I thought that SmackDown could have at least put up a
Graphic at the
like a
beginning?
graphic. No, did Raw do the graphic?
They did
They
that
put
very-
the tributes, the tweets from
Yeah.
everyone in the company. Like you couldn't have just copy and pasted what Raw did and put it on SmackDown. Is it that difficult?
They even
to do?
had like Michael Cole. They all said something.
They all said something about him. Like that for me pushes Raw over a little
Maybe
bit.
the only reason I could come up with
And
is
the promos that they put on there were funny.
yeah.
They weren't like sad they were like hysterical.
I think
to
Bobby
like, get you laughing.
OTR Central put it best. Bobby the Brain Heenan, was funny. He didn't want people to be sad. That he was
Yeah.
funny. It was fun. It was supposed to be
Like
funny.
they showed a lot of the stuff with Gorilla.
Yeah.
And like when they were on the boat and the boat took like a sharp turn.
Yeah.
And Bobby flew onto Gorilla.
Yeah.
Monsoon. That was wicked funny.
Anyhow, though,
I'm the
let's-
host. I was like, see, I'm the host. You're the co-host.
yeah.
Actually, underrated quote from the Janetti segment. So they're all sitting around, and it's him and Mr. Perfect,
Yeah.
and they say like, "I hear Janetti is going to window washing." It's a smashing success.
Another superstar.
He always had those little like snarky comments too, like off camera,
Like when
that the camera caught.
Like when he called Tito Santana when he did the flying forearm, the flying burrito.
He like in the interview segments that they used to do, like when they went in the big conference room.
Yeah.
Like he always said like the snarkiest shit,
He was
like
awesome.
not on camera, like not on the microphone, but you could catch it on the camera.
It's hysterical.
It's
Hey,
so
obviously, too,
funny.
another-
He's going into window washing.
Another superstar. He was a huge
This
success.
smashing success.
Obviously, the state we gotta remember was the Heaton family because where they would try to he would recruit a new guy to get the title off of Hogan each
Exactly, he
month.
got the biggest superstar, one of the biggest of all time, and Andre to join his group.
Ravishing
Andre was
Rick-
a fucking face for like 20 years.
Ravish and Rick Rude, him and him. Even though I thought they had heat in real life backstage though.
They made it work.
As for
Mr. Perfect too, right?
one other great Keaton stuff. He was able to get a crowd reaction by just doing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you know
Or put the weasel suit on.
The
The weasel suit got over.
I
Everyone
remember-
laughed at
I
him.
remember when he
And
came
guess what?
back.
He had a blast doing that.
I
Yeah.
remember when he
Like-
came back for the gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania
Yes.
X7, and like right at the end, and Mean Gene's trying to shake his hand. He's just like, he keeps wiping it on his pants, and like he's trying to like
He
he's
was-
still trying
He
to
had
do the
those.
handshake.
He had those little things that he
It
was
was
doing
just
that
the
were
best.
hysterical.
The hilarious thing is when he and first Monday Night Raw when he couldn't go in the buildings.
Yes.
He dressed it up as.
I need to go see my grandson.
He doesn't
Oh
look-
wait, yeah, Bobby the Brain
Didn't he
Heenan.
like too like doing an ad like call on the phone too?
Bobby Heenan. He tried to go in as like his uncle, his like Jewish uncle, like
Yeah.
Get out,
A rabbi.
just stay out.
rabbi,
He
like,
dressed as a rabbi.
like
No,
Uncle
but didn't
Morty or whatever.
Wasn't it, and there was like a match too that was going on. He like called on the phone, pretend he was like a baseball player or whatever.
That was so fun. That was like he didn't last very long on
You
Raw.
know what?
Yeah.
You know what
Left.
segments that
But
are
those
very,
are some of the most iconic moments of
You know
Raw.
what are
The
some
very
of my
couple,
favorite-
the first couple episodes.
some of
that
the
he was
most
on.
underrated segments that I fucking love watching back are his segments with fucking Steve Lombardi, the Brooklyn Brawler. Those are great. One of the first day he fucking debuted him, and he just cuts this promo about how tough and stuff he is, and it's just fucking hysterical. Cause like fucking Lombardi's just like,
Yeah.
with the fucking cigar in his mouth, and he's just talking about how great he's gonna be. Loses a string of matches. I love it.
Oh, the narcissist. He introduced the narcissist Lex Luger too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And-
Alright, that's before we get first
Alright.
comes a Bobby Heenan show.
Before we continue,
It's good to talk about
wait,
him though, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
do want to say this.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
You're up.
peace.
Rest in peace.
He's
He's up there.
up-
He's no longer
I
suffering,
think-
and you know.
In honor of Bobby Heenan, because I have it up now, we should do a 10 bell toll here on the show.
Okay.
Here we go. Hopefully it works.
Everyone's phones are off, right?
Yeah, hold on. Alright, I got it up. Here we go. I'm gonna turn it up.
Alright, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
that's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Jake,
I literally because I was
I'm
so
trying
laughing.
it. The
Dude,
fucking YouTube.
Dong,
We-
dong.
Alright,
we
hold
didn't. We
on.
weren't
Two-
laughing
two
because of
more.
that, but
We
Two
left
more.
because of stupid bells.
Two more. There we go. Alright, may he rest in peace. There we go.
He's
Sorry,
out there,
Bob.
Gorilla Monsoon, calling the matches in the sky.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, him calling
That battle
Owen and
royal.
Eddie right now. I bet.
Alright, so
I bet.
now Kurt
I'm gonna cry now.
Kurt Angle's Kurt Angle's in the ring.
Was he already out there too?
Was
No,
it?
he
I
can't.
think was the Miz out there first? Or was it?
It was Kurt Angle.
It was Kurt Angle first.
And so Miz comes out. They start jaw jacking, and Miz, of course, again snipes at Kurt Angle for being a shitty dad, and
Which he's right.
which brings out Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
JJ.
And Jason Jordan still refuses to call Kurt Angle's
Oh,
father.
can
He
we-
keeps calling him Kurt.
We
Yeah.
need to talk
He's
about
like,
this.
don't talk
This
about
may have been one of the best segments, and I'll tell you what.
don't talk about Kurt like that. I'm like, what do you say? Don't talk about my dad like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's let
he
Chris
keeps
finish.
calling him Kurt.
Let's let Chris finish talking about the segment before we.
Oh, wow.
And they just, you know,
Yeah.
and then Miz again makes a snarky comment about Kurt. Jordan gets pissed off, and Jason Jordan fucking single-handedly takes out the Miz right by himself.
Yeah.
And before that, he said he wanted Axel and Dallas to be in the match so that
Because
they wouldn't have the excuses.
Because they announced the Fatal 4 match. It was
Yeah.
going to be Elias, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Jason Jordan. And, yeah.
So there wouldn't be like any excuses by the Miz. He put Dallas and Axel in the match too, also.
Yeah, and Miz called him an idiot because he just lowered his chances of winning.
Yeah, but
So I'll give you my thoughts on it. This segment, I didn't think it was terrible. This was definitely the best thing they've done with Jason Jordan, but I just didn't care because it involves this whole angle with Jason Jordan, a good angle. Obviously, Maurice isn't going to be on TV anymore because she's pregnant now.
Kayfabe.
That's not kayfabe, it's legit.
It's legit.
It's legit.
It's legit. Yeah, she was really pregnant.
And I thought the Miz and Kurt Angle were good. I don't want to say a Miz Jason Jordan. I want to say a Miz Kurt Angle match after this segment. So
Yeah.
maybe that's where it's going.
Also, too, should we combine both the Kurt Angle and promo and the Jason Jordan backstage? Just want to.
Yeah,
Sure.
talk about the backstage.
So
segment.
they were back. The Kurt comes up to Jason Jordan backstage, and he's still angry about what had happened. And he says that his blood is coursing through his veins. Kurt's blood's coursing through his veins, and he can't be, getting hot-headed at whenever they mention him. One of them mention Kurt all the time.
You're in a fucking physical contact sport.
And Jason Jordan really looked intense.
Yeah.
Like he looked like he looked really mad, and I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that opening segment. I kind of liked the backstage promo.
It's just so weird because they've kind of they were like they gave up on Jason Jordan for like about a month and stuff, so it was kind of hard for me to.
Yeah, Miz speaks truth again.
Yeah.
And
And the funny thing is, I'll let you go. Sorry, I forget.
Don't forget, I can get you this title again. You know.
And crack it even more.
Yeah. I didn't crack it.
Please don't crack it.
I didn't crack it.
It's all cracked.
I don't think I
The
did.
toxic aftershock.
It's all cracked.
Anyhow, what were we gonna? So, what did you think of this segment, John?
I thought this was a largely thumbs in the middle segment, but the Miz made it thumbs in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one really gave a shit about Jason Jordan. I'm
So
sorry.
he got no react. Now, obviously, there wasn't a lot of people there. But
Yeah, but he still got no reaction.
Yeah. What about you, James?
Me, I actually, I'm gonna be different here. I actually fully liked this segment. It was not
Wow.
a thumbs in the middle. Thumbs up for me.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, thumbs up because.
Hey, guess what? We're the ones that's crashing it this time.
Yeah,
I'm not
The Miz made it so much better, and made me believe it for a minute. Something that I know is fake. I know it's not real. I know that Jason Jordan is not Kurt Angle's son. I know that. But the way the Miz cuts his fucking promos, by far,
Makes it seem like it's a legit son.
legitimately, and I love Heyman. He will be the number one guy. But as far as in-ring athletes who can cut amazing promos, the Miz is the top.
Yeah.
I at this point I can't even see Enzo. Enzo's like maybe right behind him as far as promo skills, and Owens, but the Miz is the top. It's the fucking top without question. Because I actually bought into something. I fully got somewhat. I actually am someone invested in this match where I wasn't before. I actually was not at all. The only thing I care about the match originally was to win that belt. Now I actually want to see what happens in the fucking match.
Fuck Miz.
We ain't winning this belt. So I guess overall, this segment gets a thumb in the middle, slightly pointing up. I would say.
I mean, it was a positive in the backstage thing too.
Yeah.
It was a positive.
Yeah.
It shows not only like a
I did
family
like,
element to it, also too
yeah.
with Jordan.
I know it's kind of jumping ahead. I did like how this show was main evented by the IC title too, because the IC title has been kind of getting shat on in the past.
Makes it seem like
yeah,
important
yeah.
because that's basically been a prop.
Yeah.
At
And
this
the
point.
Mi-
And the Miz made that very adamant in his
Yeah.
promo too, which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
And I like how he said that because this is why I liked it, because he blends reality with fiction so well. Where he said,
did, yeah.
Because you didn't take care of your son for the past 28 years. You're making all of us pay for it because you're trying to give him all the opportunities, which I'm like, oh my god, dude. How? Alright, I want to see this now. Fucking great job. Cool.
I've been invested in this feud
Yeah.
a little bit.
After
I
that,
just wish they didn't go.
interesting.
I just wish they didn't go away from it for a while.
Yeah, they did go away from it for a little while,
Yeah.
but because they stopped mentioning that Kurt Angle's is Jason
Yeah.
Jordan's
Maybe you
father.
should've-
Then they brought it back up again the past couple of, which is good because
Yeah.
this was your main storyline coming out of the summer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it should be treated as a main storyline.
Yeah.
Not just a 1 week. Hey, look at here's my illegitimate son.
My black son.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
you know what's gonna
and
happen
then
now?
it's, you know,
That's
he has 2 matches where he's named. He's 2 matches in a
Know
row.
I slept with
where,
the lady, but I did.
There's 2 matches in a row where he's named like Kurt Angle's son,
Yeah.
and then they forget about it. And then the past like
But
3 weeks they've been bringing it up.
But I wouldn't be shocked if they forgot about it again next week.
Yep.
That-
It's gonna happen.
I mean,
You
they
know
kind of
it's
already.
gonna happen.
And that they flip flop. But I feel like do you think Cena not being there kind of made him have to write this in too?
Somewhat, yeah. Alright, so next we have Sexy Lexi versus Nia Jax.
5-star match, greatest match scene.
Owen
5 stars because Alexa Bliss.
Thumbs down.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want me to let's break
so-
it down.
Mainly her ass.
They're at the beginning. At the
5-star
beginning,
ass.
nothing happens, and then Sasha randomly comes out.
Because Alexa was gonna walk out of the match.
I don't get why Sasha would get herself involved in this match.
Well, she hates Alexa in her life, so.
There's no point. But anyway, so she comes up, distracts her, and then as she's going backwards, she runs into a running hug by Nia Jax, who fucking looks like she like decapitated that poor sexy little body of hers.
Aww.
And
We need that body for recreation.
And so-
Don't do that.
Yeah.
In case the world ends,
Wow.
we at least have her.
we'll have her.
We'll have her.
We'll all take turns with it. But so
So
we
fucked.
so at the end of the match, they all
You don't want to get in trouble.
they all beat up Nia ugly, and then they
Well, after Nia wins.
of course Nia wins, lol, because she's big. That's
Yeah.
the reason why she's even winning in the first place. If she was fucking 5'2" and fucking
Well, it's
99
less-
pounds soaking wet,
And
she
still
wouldn't win a
walks like
match.
a duck and wrestles like a duck.
Hey, if it walks like a duck, wrestles like a duck, like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Doing a good duck impression.
And then,
Oh my God.
so all 3 women besides, of course, Bailey returning. Forgot about that for a second.
And
'cause
Emma
it's so
too.
unforgettable.
Oh, God.
And Emma not being on the show.
Watch Emma win the title.
And
I'm not
so
picking her,
Bailey returned to near crowd silence. And then they
It was her
take
hometown
out
too.
they take out Nia Jax, and they go to celebrate, but then they beat the shit out of Alexa Bliss for no reason.
Yeah.
And then Bailey, as she's celebrating, nearly fucking runs over Sasha Banks.
Should've happened. Thumbs down.
So yeah, thumbs down.
Absolute thumbs down.
Let me tell you-
1,000,000,000%
Let me
thumbs
tell you
down.
why this was a thumbs down.
Horrible.
It jobbed out the
horrible match.
you jobbed out the champion.
None of that, but one of its challengers too. At the end, they made it seem like Nia Jax was like
Two of the challengers.
a fucking like destroyable person.
Yeah.
Emma wasn't
After
even-
she looked dominant, like for the whole
Emma
show.
wasn't even on the show.
And obviously this is clearly like, let's just throw all the women in one match and see what happens.
Let's see if there's any women's segments the rest of the
Women's-
show.
No.
Oh, wait a minute, there wasn't. That's right. Besides the Oscar vignette,
Yeah.
there was no women on the
Which is
rest of the show.
Which was awesome, by the way. The vignette's awesome.
I'm gonna enjoy this Oscar stuff now while I still can.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
gonna.
when
she's gonna
when
lose
she
some
comes
this
back,
month.
she's
She's gonna
gonna.
lose to a roll up by like
Do you
fucking
know
Fatal
what's gonna
Four-Way.
happen?
Stupid.
She's gonna break Kurt Hawkins' record
Yeah.
for amount of losses in a show.
We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
she'll break
We'll
through.
get
But
to
when-
that.
Should be,
but
no,
what-
what her NXT record is, that's going to be how many losses she has.
Yeah. So
Oh, we'll get to that.
and then this whole story is gonna be when she gets like tied to that. What's gonna happen when Asuka has another match? Will she break her tie by winning or by losing? That'll be the story. And then so-
Watch her show up as like a random final entry too in the match at No Mercy too.
Watch
it happen.
Watch it.
Bailey just came out of fucking nowhere.
Watch it.
Like, all right, yeah,
It's
you're in
a-
the match.
Is it a
Fuck it.
six-pack challenge?
No, it's a five.
Five-pack challenge.
So it'll be a
5.
six-pack
No,
challenge.
fatal
and
five.
Asuka
Fatal
will
five.
randomly
Fatal
show up in a
five-way.
sailor outfit.
It's a fatal 205
5-way.
way.
Actually, Asuka will randomly show up in a police outfit and arrest all the women on the ring.
Yes.
And the match will
Through
just end.
molestation of a table.
If you guys don't get the reference, go back and watch the past episodes of the show.
So then we have the
So yeah, overall thumbs down.
everyone thumbs down.
So is that like
Here.
a double thumbs down?
Yeah, it's a double thumbs down for everybody.
Maybe like a quadruple
Shit.
thumbs down.
Alright, next.
So we have the Brock Lesnar and Briggity Braun Strowman build-up.
I like the
Briggity Braun.
I like the video package that they showed.
I do.
You know, when they compared Braun Strowman to Brock Lesnar like back in 2002. Even so, like Paul Heyman cut this promo in 2002 about Brock Lesnar and then Braun Strowman.
Now, it's not actually entirely like that.
They're trying to make it
Yeah.
as if it's like
Yeah,
that.
because see here, Brock in that first year went through Hogan, Flair, Brock, Van Dam, Undertaker.
Yeah.
Braun has gone through Roman Reigns
Yeah.
and lost the
Yep.
first match.
But then Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but they want you to
and
forget
then
about
in the
that.
ambulance match, Roman Reigns
Right,
stupidly
yeah.
threw himself into the
He wildly
ambulance.
peyoted himself. You ready?
So-
Hey, the ambulance has charisma in it.
It was like,
Must go get it.
Actually, that's what he did go through. Big Show's a pretty top guy too. Nah.
On the a level of
I mean-
Flair, Hogan, and
Yeah.
It's
Rock?
not even
no,
close.
but like,
Dude,
but,
he
but
beat-
that
he
feud with
beat
Big Show was
four-
awesome.
Yeah.
Four
It
out
was
of the five
awesome.
guys. 4 out of the 5 guys he beat in like his first fucking night in.
like
The
first
Hardys
year.
too, also.
Two Hardys.
The Hardys.
He beat.
Kurt
He
Angle.
went through
He
everybody.
beat Matt and
He
Jeff.
beat.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, Matt and
Yeah.
Jeff. But as far as
He's
big
faced like the
top
who's who of the wrestling
marquee
business.
guys, no one will ever beat
And he was supposed to
Hogan, Flair,
Undertaker.
Rock. And Rock in a single year, or to any superstar.
Even
that
if
ever
you
again.
branch
It
into
will
the next
never
year
happen.
too, or even before that with the Hardys.
He was supposed to beat Stone Cold as well.
Yep.
Yeah. But
So he would have beaten 5 of the top.
So, but the thing was,
biggest top
Stone
stars
Cold
of
was
all
willing
time.
to do the job,
just not
but he wanted build up.
He wanted to be.
He wanted build up, but there was
Because
no
he
build up.
I
He
agree
was
with.
just
I actually
throwing on the
agree with
show.
him there.
I
too.
agree with them there.
I agree with them there too. I mean, I do the job to Lesnar,
Yeah.
but like,
Well, you know,
I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah,
Stone
I do the
Cold
job to
actually should
Lesnar,
have.
but at the same
You
time,
can make the argument
But
Stone
you
Cold
have
should
to
have won the
build up.
title, and then it should have been Stone Cold versus Brock.
No, Rock and Brock, I think, won.
Rock and Brock worked. You know why? Because Rock is getting booed.
Yeah.
People like that's the one thing. People think that when he first appeared like on the Titantron in Hollywood as Gil Rock, that wasn't his first time.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 2002 was his first, not match as a heel, but he cut his first heel promo after that and denounced the sing-along.
Yeah.
He said, you know what, Long Island? You're the first to boo The Rock. You don't get sing-along anymore.
Yeah.
That was his first heel promo.
Everyone's like,
but-
finally, The Rock gets the guy on Long Island.
But
Yeah.
overall, this build-up video package.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And there's more to it later on in the night.
I wanna give my opinion on it. I did.
So we already said
I
that. We
watched
already,
the
we already
promo.
talked about the Oscar vignette too.
Before we do
Just
that,
too.
before we do that, I wanna.
So that's good.
Let me
Thumbs
give my
up.
opinion.
So let's Oscar vignette out of the way first because I kind of tied that in with the other thing. So that was a thumbs up, but the rest of it was a thumbs down. So for that one, to Oscar vignette, what'd you give that?
thumbs up.
All right. So then we don't have to go over that now.
Yeah.
Because we
But
kind
the-
of
but
we
the-
kind of tied that into that.
But he
Alexa
wants to
does
talk
not
about. He
object.
wants to talk about the hype between Lesnar
Yeah.
and Strowman.
I do. The hype between that with that promo package was fucking great.
Yeah.
Even though we know it's not really the same.
It's not. I mean,
They're
they're trying to build it up as the
They're
same.
making
Like
it. They're making it.
it's like 50% the same.
Yeah.
Money match.
It is.
by far.
It is a
It's
money
such
match,
a
it's
money
a-
match.
It's gonna draw a lot of money. It really is.
Yeah.
Because this is something people want to see. People want to see this for a
He's
while.
the only white hot star in the WWE other than
White hot?
Yeah.
You think he's hot?
Oh god.
Asshole.
Can we do this with the belt again?
Huh?
No, it's fucking
He loves
like
those white.
as far
he
as
loves those
crowd
hot
reaction,
superstars.
he always like, dude, this crowd was so small and he still got a massive pop when he came on.
What's what we did to that?
You know, it's just he's that over.
Next.
Next.
Cesaro and Sheamus versus
Do-do-do-do-do.
Luke Gallows and Cara
Because
Andrade.
I wrote that because I thought that was going to be the match, but then that changes later on.
And then because they cut a promo.
Yeah. Talk about how they're going to beat all the nostalgia acts like they did
Yeah.
with the Hardy Boys, and they're going to do that same thing with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
By the way, what did they win with in this match?
I fell asleep because this
A
was.
Doomsday Device.
Yep.
Oh, they did?
They won. Oh no, 3D. Sorry.
No, 3D. They won 3D.
No,
Yeah.
they kicked out of that because I saw that. I missed the finish.
Okay.
No, that was a live event.
They're
That was a
gonna
live event that they did that in because it was Jeff Hardy.
that is like we're gonna just like get rid of all the nostalgia acts. Meanwhile, I'm gonna do a 3D.
I'm gonna do the nostalgia guy.
I'm gonna do the.
Well,
WWE drop.
they are heels, so
They're stealing.
They're supposed to lie.
They're
Yeah.
stealing.
But anyhow,
I talked
DM
to the Oscar then, so you have to
Yeah.
go that.
Okay,
So, but the tag match, from what I saw of it, thumbs up.
I think the tag team, this tag team feud, it was hot in the beginning, but I think it's starting to fall flat.
I think it's starting to fall
Because
flat a
they
little
were-
bit too, because there's like
No story.
nothing behind it.
There's no story to tell.
There isn't any story.
This is
to
why rematch must be earned, because that's what you used to build a feud. Oh, you get a rematch.
Oh, you automatically get it because you have clauses.
tell. So, what would everyone give that?
Tag team match.
The tag team in the promo itself.
I'm gonna
They didn't
because I
really-
fell asleep. I'm gonna give it a thumbs in the middle. But it wasn't because I was bored. But you guys obviously know I stayed up like all night the night before,
Yep.
so I had to hit the wall at some point. So
I give it a thumbs in the middle.
I did.
the bar.
I did.
The
I
bar. We bought it.
You know what? You know what I just noticed? I think every segment they're in, they get the bar.
Yep.
So
No,
maybe
you
they
know
are the
what
bar.
The thumbs in the
No,
middle.
this is what we're gonna do.
They're the thumbs in the middle.
No
group.
thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. It's
So is
either
it
up,
official?
down, or bar.
Okay.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Up
Oh,
there.
we do it
I like that.
Up down.
Bah!
Bah!
It's not the bar. It's bar.
So, yeah.
Bah!
So is it
So
official?
we
We are the Bears!
we have to do it like the same. So here it goes like so
The shield.
all the way around. So
All the way around.
there we go.
Bah!
Bah.
The bar.
If we could get that, I hope we could get that. I hope we could get that in as the thumbs.
Yeah, so okay, next this one.
The
Maybe
oh.
Tony B should be part
No,
of
no, no, no.
Oh. Hey.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, well.
Okay, Tony, you just tell him.
Jay, don't go
So
there and
we
beat the
have
shit out of you with this belt.
the John Cena versus Roman Reigns build-up.
Shit.
So this wasn't the promo. This was.
This is the promo that was on Raw with Roman Reigns, who got cheers that night.
No, this was the build-up package actually.
And well, that was it though?
Yeah, because they sort of build up for that match too. It shows like how their careers.
Oh yeah.
It shows how their careers are exactly alike because they both won.
Why not just fucking parlay this into one thing then?
Okay.
Because instead of just like going
Alright.
down and doing it afterwards.
Okay.
So
Yay, more shoot promos.
Roman, actually, this is actually pretty good. Roman
Roman
came out and literally,
Just the one time to do this promo though.
literally shit on Cena.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
why? He brought up his 2012 promo with The Rock
Yeah.
about how Cena went out on Raw and made fun of The Rock for going Hollywood, essentially.
Mm.
And guess what? It's fucking karma because Cena's doing literally the same exact thing.
Yep.
And I was laughing hysterically because I was like, everything that Cena said, he was hypocritical.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was
I remember too. I
hypocritical.
messaged you. You get to talk about this segment because
I loved it. Why? Because he pointed out.
Here's what I hated about it.
I love you, John, but you're a hypocrite, dude.
But here's what I hated about
Sons
it.
of
This
You're
was
a
the-
hypocrite.
This was the one night to do the promo because he wasn't there.
He wasn't there because of
WWE.
Hollywood.
No, actually, no, he wasn't
He
in
was in
Hollywood.
China.
He was in China.
For WWE.
I mistakenly said that.
Yeah.
We weren't doing the show, but I said that he had a Hollywood commitment. He didn't.
Yeah.
He was. It was a WWE commitment. It was in China.
I guess Roman Reigns must have
It's
been.
in China.
I guess Roman Reigns.
China.
I guess Roman Reigns must have been mistaken too. Apparently.
He didn't get to go to
I
China.
guess he had one night in China.
Oh.
No Katie Vick angle, please.
One night in a dead corpse. Okay.
That's all bones now.
Oh,
You're going to add one to that. go
That's
ahead.
called skull fucking.
The skull fucking finale.
But yeah, overall that segment with Roman
Oh, I
Reigns.
can't look at
that
this
gets-
as picture the
Oh,
same
that's
anymore.
terrible. That's so
That gets a
bad.
thumbs up, and even
That's really good.
even
I give
closing
it a
out the
thumbs
same
up.
way Cena closed out his promo on the Walk a couple of years, like in 2012, where he.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that little snarky comment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, by the way,
Thumbs
did
up
you guys
all the way.
notice? Did you guys notice who Roman Reigns brought up?
Alex Riley.
That
Brought
was
up
right.
Alex
Yeah,
Riley.
you're right.
I could not
in which
believe that.
in which we still don't
I was
know
like-
the instance.
He
So
won't
now-
say it. He said that he'll bring it up when the time is right. I don't think he ever will. I don't think he ever will.
What do you think it was?
I heard that.
I think it's.
Cena may have been hindered his push or something.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to say it because I think he knows that he's in the wrong.
Well, we don't
Cena
know.
or Riley.
Riley.
Well, we don't know
Because he, from what I've read and whatnot, Riley was talking shit behind Cena's back while Cena was right there. Cena was there around him when he was talking shit about him. and he caught him talking shit about him.
So you hinted his push.
So
And then Alex Feather got hurt after that.
Yeah, he injured his head.
Okay.
So then he was out
He
for
was
like
supposed
10
to. I
months
think
or whatever.
he was supposed to win the U.S. belt, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, on the Miz.
He was,
No,
and finally, if you
Ziggler's
notice
Miz.
too,
Ziggler.
his return was on Superstars, and when his return was on Superstars, I remember this. He still got a massive ovation.
Yeah, because he was still over.
He was still over.
And then he made his NXT return and then promptly left like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Well,
No, he was
injured. He was injured again,
Yeah.
and then he was trying to
His
be a
name.
heel against Sami Zayn, and then
One match.
Shinsuke comes in and he's like, "I'm fucking done."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We don't-
One-
we-
he had
so
one
we
match
don't-
But anyway,
as a heel.
We
Let's-
don't actually know what happened.
yeah, we don't know.
And I don't think it will ever come out. He said it that he'll say it in podcasts. It's been what, 4 or 5 years since then?
Yeah.
Since
He hasn't done a fucking podcast.
since he has been released, probably.
He's
2
probably
years.
depressed. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's been, I'm talking like since the incident happened.
Well, he's not gonna say it because he's still working with the company.
I know, but like when did the incident happen? 2011, 2012?
Alright, so it was right after he turned face and kept his punch.
2011.
2011. So it happened that long ago.
So
Yeah.
probably like so it was right before he got injured. So that was
he's
like
already
October.
he's been saying this for like 2 years. He's been gone 2 years, right?
2 years.
Yeah, it's been gone since Nakamura got there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
2 years. He's been saying this for 2 years now that he's gonna say it on a podcast, and he hasn't said it.
He's
He
building it
hasn't
up.
gone on a podcast.
He hasn't gone on a podcast. I remember
He's
I
building
was
it up.
listening to one Ryback thing. Ryback, not like his podcast because he sucks at it,
Yeah.
but like I was watching like not segment, but like
A clip of
a
it.
clip of it.
Yeah.
And he said that Riley was going to go on at his own time and talk about it on a podcast. He never did, and that was like a year ago.
Well, Ryback seems to be a
Maybe,
Ryback.
I think he's depressed.
Or
I think
Ryback's
that's
piece of
what it
shit,
is. I think
so.
that's what it comes down to. I think
How do
he's
you hate Ryback
depressed,
so much?
and then I think
I don't
once
hate
he's
Ryback.
I
out
don't
of
like
his
Ryback.
severe
I
depression,
think he's an
that's
asshole.
when he's going to talk
What
about
do you
it.
do?
He's just a fucking dick about everything.
Well, that's generally most wrestlers.
He's
Who?
not like most wrestlers.
No, no,
fucking-
He's in somewhat the right to watch because they were pushing him too before.
Oh, yeah, they were.
He's a dick. I just don't like him.
Who was it?
Right.
Remember,
Right, yeah.
Ryback also too. He makes shit up all the time. Also too.
but he has
Dude, Ryback was such a dick to Joe Corona, and I lost respect for him after that point.
I lost respect for him when he started fucking inventing moves. He said that he came up with the triple power bomb. Yeah, fuck you, dude. You
Dude,
did
yeah,
not-
yeah.
you-
You
you did
didn't
not
rip
know
that
the
off
triple
from
power
Brock
bomb.
Lesnar, you fuck. Come on.
I mean, you probably took
Yeah,
it after.
what do we-
Probably
what do
thought
we
you
get for this?
probably thought you were in the Shield.
Yeah, continue. That's what I'm gonna do.
So okay, that was really much.
I don't know why we got talked about Ryback, but
Alex Riley.
I think-
Because Ryback and I.
Welcome to the off-topic wrestling
I
corner.
think-
Welcome
I
to GWS. Oh wait,
here's
no,
the thing. Here's what I think. I think what Riley's doing, he's building up so that he gets paid more money when he actually does the
I don't think he's gonna do it. In my personal opinion.
Like CM Punk didn't really do
CM
it.
Punk did it like
Anyway.
a month after.
Oh yeah, he did it in November. He did it in November. With Colt Cabana, whom he now hates.
Yep.
Yep.
Why
CM
is
Punk literally hates everyone that he talks
Why
to.
is he in
now.
Colt Cabana?
Because Colt Cabana went to a WWE event.
Yep.
Oh,
He went to a
That's
WWE event.
actually a real why CM Punk is like.
It's literally true, and Hornswoggle he hates Hornswoggle now too, because Hornswoggle lost like one of their friends' numbers, and he asked Punk for their number, and he didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
So it
And
seems like
he hates him for
Because
asking
CM
for
Punk,
the number.
because CM Punk's that kind of person.
Yep.
He's
You know what?
very-
AJ Lee.
he's very
wanted-
vindictive.
So if AJ Lee ever goes back to WWE, he's probably gonna hate her.
Oh, she's gonna divorce.
Oh, they get a divorce.
Divorce.
Well, that's if they come back together. But anyways,
Squirrel.
Probably why she's retired.
so I forget what was Kurt Angle backstage? Was he in that fake room, the fake GM's office?
Yeah.
Oh.
I forget.
So Kurt Angle, whatever, I forgot
Jesus.
what it was. Kurt Angle
Let me
backstage.
think. Let me think. We was talking about something. I think he made a match.
I don't
Oh,
think-
this was the Dustin Rhodes segment. This was the Dustin.
Oh yeah, it was the Dustin Rhodes thing. I love this. I want to talk
I
about
actually
this too.
thumbs up.
I'm gonna combine both of those too.
Alright.
So, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, is in the corner. He's not looking, and they're in the fake office. It's not actually an office. It's a
Yeah.
fucking locker room in the arena, and so he turns around and he sees Kurt, and he wants a match with Bray Wyatt. He wanted a match with Bray Wyatt, and he seemed very convinced. And at first, Angle was against it. He didn't want to give him a match. But Dustin was very adamant that he wanted to match. He wanted to beat Bray Wyatt and prove that he can beat him. So
As Dustin Rhodes.
And he promised he'd give him a match. So Dustin, this is a little bit further down, but Dustin comes out. Goldust comes out first. Not Bray Wyatt comes out first.
Yeah.
They go to commercial break, whatnot. Come back. He comes out with no face paint on. Dustin does, but so the Goldust theme song and whatnot.
So the thing I'm thinking about is, why didn't Dustin Rhodes just put the face paint back on? Was I the only one thinking that, or?
It's more so
Symbolic.
to go along with the
Storyline.
Yeah.
Face paint.
the man behind the face paint.
Yeah.
And so he comes out Goldust attire, no face paint.
I think
with
this
the Goldust
might-
theme song.
If you really think about it, this might be their plan B if Cody
And-
doesn't answer the call.
And he came out as Dustin Rhodes from Austin, Texas. And this is the first time that he's actually
In
not,
WWE.
not in
No,
WWE because
no.
he's done it in the past.
He did it
in
before
segments.
he did it before he was Goldust.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He did it before when he was a producer. When
Yeah.
he came out when Cody Rhodes was and then before just his disfigure stage.
But his first match, he teamed up with his dad.
Yep.
Before he
And
was.
this is the first time without face paint since 1996, I think, or 1997,
Might have been. Yeah.
when he ditched the Goldust attire for the
Yeah.
first time because he felt like it was a shame to his family,
And became
and he became
the artist formerly known as Goldust.
No, that was after. This is before his feud with Val Venus, where he was a preacher.
Yep.
He was preaching that he was coming back. He was Goldust. So he came back as Goldust in 1998, and then that led to the artist formerly known as Goldust, which was disturbing.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. But this is, like I said, 1996 or 1997. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been 20-something years since he's been no face paint wrestling, not in an in-ring segment, as Dustin Rhodes.
Unless he did it on that show that Steve talked about, where.
When he flew across the ring right into the t-shirt cable.
Yeah. Unless
No,
he
that
did
was
it then.
Goldust. That was Goldust.
Okay. How
That
do
was
you know?
Fat Dust.
That was Fat Dust.
Did he say it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it was Goldust.
Fat Dust.
Just like this match itself it really showed that Dustin still has still energy left in that tank.
Yeah.
He's still got some left in there.
I think he's got a
He's
lot.
had some of the
And,
he's had some of the best matches since he's been back in this run.
You know what I feel like they might be
And
going up to?
I'm not a fan of who won the match, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it does lead up to more interesting things for Dustin Rhodes / Goldust.
well,
What-
he just says like, what do you think was gonna happen?
I knew it was gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah, I know exactly. So
it just pissed me
Well, no,
off
I
because they went through this whole thing to build up.
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes, and then he does one move, and then Bray Wyatt does one move and wins.
Adventure.
For these
It's finished.
pisses me off. When
let
he
me-
gets dominated for 99% of the match, he gets one move and wins.
This is what I want to say.
Hey, welcome to Cena.
Well, he's not John Cena. He's Bray Wyatt. He loses all the time.
I know, but I'm making. But that's the point.
Hold on. I think they could do something like this. This could be their plan B.
Cena,
if
listen.
Cody doesn't win. Maybe they could do a tag match at Starrcade, specialty, or Raw only, or whatever.
It's a SmackDown. It's a SmackDown.
Yeah, but if they're gonna do a Raw match, then what they can
They're
do.
already having Raw superstars advertised for it. I think Goldust actually is announced for that.
So this is what they can do.
So
I
this-
think they should do the Wyatt family of Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt
Luke Harper's being
versus
repackaged.
Finn Balor
Yeah.
and Dustin Rhodes, but in the Goldust. I think that can maybe that's. their
Why would you
plan B.
have a promo with him getting out of Facebook?
No,
Just
well,
to put it back
I
on, that's
think
the
I
basic.
think the whole idea is they're trying to do this whole Finn Balor without the pain, and now Dustin Rhodes is without the pain.
Or the acidic acid.
The acidic acid. Yep, I remember that.
Oh,
Whatever,
what's it
whatever
called?
they called it,
It
yeah.
was like the acidic liquid or whatever.
But and then
They
afterwards.
can't say blood. Are you kidding me?
I think they could do that. And then they don't have to call him Goldust anyway. They
Blood
could
dust.
he could have the face paint, but they can call him Dustin Rhodes.
But then he'd be Goldust.
Then he'd be Goldust.
Goldust, Dustin Rhodes. What's the problem?
Two different characters.
The two different characters.
It doesn't have to be.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
If Finn
That's
Balor
not-
can get away
that's
with it, so can Dustin.
He's not
No,
going
he
by
can't.
Fergal Devitt. He's going by Finn Balor.
No, they call him the demon. Finn Balor. They put the emphasis on the demon. So.
He has his
The
demon.
demon,
Yeah,
demon
Finn Balor
king.
playing with his little
The
demon.
Demon King versus the Demon King.
I hate
On
that.
The Price is King. Da 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 da.
Then you forgot one thing, Chris. Afterwards, Finn Balor comes up on the screen and cuts a promo.
That's a boring promo.
about how
Again.
how about how he may want Finn Balor there
I was
without
bullied as a kid.
yeah.
Guess what? They built up the demon inside of me. I was like, okay.
That's the one thing Finn Balor definitely can't do is talk. Sometimes he has occasional good promos, like when he was feuding with Samoa Joe, but he was not very good.
No.
And he says that if the man, you want me to show up as the man, but let me ask you a question. If you think the demon's dangerous, do you think the man
behind the demon is dangerous or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
the promo makes sense.
The promo makes sense, but it's just like doesn't have an effect because no one cares.
Because he's not a good talker, I don't think so. At least that's not what I think, anyways.
Enzo Amore comes out and gets fucking brutally ass raped by fucking Braun Strowman.
So I have a problem with
And
this.
then
I don't have
raped again by Neville.
I don't have a problem with this actually because Braun Strowman. As soon as I saw that little faggot come onto my screen, I was pissed. And then once I heard Braun Strowman's music, I started laughing hysterically.
That made me smile.
Boom!
Because I was like, fucking thank
Ow!
God.
But this,
He
That
got
was hysterical.
He got fucking.
I did like him getting
butt
destroyed,
raped.
but the problem I have with it is he's got a title match coming up at No Mercy. And you're laying out
And then
Neville comes out.
and then
Hits him with the red arrow.
hits him with the red arrow and then goes ah.
Alright, we gotta give Enzo.
How do you do
Alright,
it?
give him props for at least one thing. I definitely will.
I'll give him props for anything.
You should.
He's a piece of
For
shit.
this
Why would I
one-
give him props
for
for
this one
anything?
at least, he sells so good. He sells like he got wrecked. I mean,
Because he did.
Because he did. No, he did. But like,
I don't give
after
credit.
past,
I don't
like,
give credit to a
he's
piece of
just
shit.
like, he's just like.
You look like you.
If I see a piece of dog shit,
Yeah,
on the-
literally.
if I see a piece of dog shit on the ground, am I gonna congratulate
I
the
think-
dog? No.
I think we missed a segment.
Well, you're supposed
The
to.
Apollo didn't we? Or did that happen afterwards? The Apollo Crews Kurt Hawkins match. We missed that.
It's not even on here.
Oh, did I miss
Yeah.
it? Oh, my bad.
God bless all the
No.
intelligent Jews.
So
Actually, no, we did miss it.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. But anyways, so
Apollo
Kurt
Crews
Hawkins lost again. LOL.
115 miles an
So
hour.
okay, then we go past that.
But overall, the Enzo segment. You know what? Even though
Actually,
I
we forgot the Dustin versus Bray Wyatt
Uh,
in the backstage promo with Kurt Angle. So thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And also,
It does, I'm actually really intrigued by like
did
the
we,
Dustin Rhodes like Goldust like split personality kind of.
did we forget to do the Braun Brock?
Braun Brock, thumbs up. In case if we forgot these, we're doing now.
Yeah.
So thumbs
should
up,
we, say
Braun
what,
Brock.
should we say what happened in the sit down?
Sit down interview.
So pretty much, they do these sit down interviews where
Suplex City.
they're both separated into different parts of the.
City, bitch.
Bitch.
They're both. They're both
No, I
separated.
think he left.
He's like, bitch.
They're both separated into different parts of the room though, and it's like a split screen, like they did with Lesnar and Joe, Aries and Neville, Ambrose and Corbin, and pretty much Paul Heyman does all the talking for Brock Lesnar. Michael Cole is asking him questions, and you can clearly hear that they can hear him because if you notice, his mic gets louder on the
Yeah.
commentator because it would look stupid if they were just talking and.
Yeah, just talking before Michael Cole even
Yeah.
talked.
And Brock Lesnar, but he asked Brock Lesnar if he feels like he's the underdog going into this match, and Paul Heyman says that remember what happened last time that Brock Lesnar was the underdog going into a match. He conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And then Braun Strowman talks about how he's destroyed Brock Lesnar and he's going to do the same thing to him at No Mercy. They go back and forth. Then Brock Lesnar says, "Suplex City, bitch."
I just love how he gets up into the camera, like really close. He goes, "Suplex City, bitch."
Although I thought this was
Ready? Suplex City. Line. Bitch.
Although I like this sit down interview. I like when they do.
Actually, it was awesome.
I like when they do these sit
Yeah.
down interviews.
It worked with. I mean, this one was good, but the one that was the best was Joe and Brock, where Joe gets out of the room and goes and tries to beat the shit out of Brock,
That's awesome.
yeah.
and he's getting held back, and he's still trying to. He's still like fighting his way through the security.
Aries and
kind
Neville,
of.
Aries and Neville too had a good one in 205
Yeah.
Live. It just there was no.
205 failure.
205 not live.
You haven't seen that, but that promo was actually good. I did watch it.
Never beat Grim and
But it needs more Tony Nese.
No. But yeah, Neville defeats Grand Master League.
Yeah, terrible match.
I will say, No, it wasn't bad. It's just the cruiserweights get no time on Raw.
So, like, for me, this is a personal pet peeve
Mask.
of mine. Stop ripping the fucking mask. WWE is a bunch of fucking idiots, and they like, what's a mask on this guy's face? So maybe just rip it off every time.
You know what the funny thing is? Right after they did that segment, they did it like a what was it called? Like a special Latina tribute right after this happens too. So
it's like Black History Month or whatever. Yeah.
But Neville wins with the red arrow. I had to go back and watch it. I didn't think Grandmaster Lee tapped out, but apparently he verbally submitted.
Yeah,
so
and the rings are sad, and they just kind of go yes, so they kind of shake their head.
I didn't notice that he tapped. I was like, I don't think he tapped.
You can't tap that way.
I thought this was fine though. Made Neville look dominant.
Yeah, again, you know.
But do you really need to make Neville go dominant to face fucking Enzo?
Neville looked dominant until he faced Akira Tozawa, and the reign lasted 7 days.
Yeah.
How you doing?
But do you really need to make Neville look strong going into facing Enzo and Morelli this Sunday?
It was so
But if you gave Neville and Grandmaster League a match on a pay-per-view, they would steal the show.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
this one's a bah! This is a
bah!
Wait, hang on. Ready? As for Neville, bah!
That's what we can't talk about the Jennifer Lopez thing.
Wait, what?
We can't talk about the Jennifer Lopez thing where she got the award.
I gotta charge Jones batteries.
Do you even care? Care about that? Like I said, they did Latina Heritage Month right after taking off somebody's mask.
I know, yeah. Alright, so the main event, the Winter World Challenge, the poo-poo faces for the championship.
What the fuck?
JJ won.
Yeah, do we really need to break down the match or no?
JJ won. So
that was a decent match.
Yeah.
Decent. I actually like the fact that the IC title, like,
I like how the Miz
I
like how they show the Miz try to interview and like he knows that he didn't want to face Jeff Hardy because he almost beat him.
He didn't want to face Jeff Hardy.
Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
And then he didn't want to face Jason Jordan because he thought he's a threat. Apparently he wanted. I guess he wanted to face.
I guess he parlayed those 2 great matches that he was seeing in Reigns to do a fucking IC championship match.
And obviously one for me forgot. Elias cuts his concert promo segment.
Of course he does, because he always does that.
Yeah.
He wants to ride with Elias.
And Jason Jordan wins with the back suplex into the neck breaker onto
the move looks like shit.
So
anyways.
what was it? This is the main event, right?
Yeah.
So it was the Hardy Boys, Elias.
Yeah.
And Mr.
Randomly, Elias gets put in that match.
Yeah.
Not Elias Sampson, just Elias.
Well, he's been winning that. He's been winning matches, so
Bob putting down.
wins matter, man.
I'm putting a bah.
Yeah. Bah.
Pointing down. I'm saying to roll for the show.
Wait, down. So was a thumbs down.
The show's a thumbs. Bah!
Yeah, maybe
I definitely give it a bar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a bar. Yeah.
Because I like the Heenan tribute.
Yeah.
I thought that was touching. I thought that was great.
I think this didn't feel like a Raw, a go home show.
It didn't feel like the episode before.
Yeah.
But the Reigns promo, the Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman build up.
We forgot to mention though that the Miz and the Miz Claws beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. At the end, guys, by the way, fucking, Miz always wins a lot. So, Miz beat the shit out of him and called him a bastard. Wow, like he doesn't know that already.
Yeah. All right, next was SmackDown.
Now, before we get to SmackDown, we gotta do the Mega Powers back.
So we do the
We already did the Mega Powers.
No, we gotta do it like this. You and I gotta do it because they didn't do it. It's the 2 people. We're the only ones.
We can't do it. Just announced, guys. By the way, just announced. Apollo Crews. I just wanted to. No, guys, I have to announce something. Real quick. Just announced Titus Worldwide's Apollo Crews to battle Elias at No Mercy.
Where was it?
At No Mercy kickoff, it's going to be Apollo Crews versus Elias.
Wait, what?
The No Mercy kickoff match.
So Elias, he was fucking main eventing Raw.
Oh my god!
A glorified jobber in Apollo Crews.
I may have a chance.
So a guy who's been like regularly on the last part of Raw, it was kind of featured in a big match on the show. Is now the kickoff of the fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah,
wants to ride with Elias tonight.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, should we do the predictions now?
No, we saved those for the end.
Okay.
SmackDown.
We ever reviewed
Oh,
SmackDown?
yeah, I forgot you're doing the SmackDown notes.
Yep. Our commentary team is Corey Graves.
You didn't say when it happened.
It happened.
It happened.
My God.
It happened on
Some
9.
people don't know. Some people
Ready?
don't know, man.
It happened on September 19, 2017. And for Owen, it happened yesterday.
For everyone, it did happen.
Half of it. Half of
We
it. It also
thrilled him.
No, 76% of it happened to me
Guys,
yesterday.
check out Owen's channel, the video before the Retro Wrestling Review series.
Here we go.
And this show. Check out
Yeah, it's
Troll.
by the way, it's
A Birdman.
No, it's two goofs.
Two goofs goofing on another
I like
We
goof.
open up with we open up with Shane O'Mac coming out for a promo.
Shane Brandon McMahon.
I was gonna make a joke about something about McDonald's, but I never.
Here come the money.
What?
The mini-
Asian?
Here comes
Here come money.
Here come the money. Like a somebody. Fuck you,
So,
bitch.
John, say-
Here come the money. Money,
John,
money, money,
say what
money,
happened in
money,
this,
money, 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 money.
promo segment.
You sound like a fucking
Basically-
teenage girl right now.
calling Kevin Owens a
Like a
coward,
somebody. Fuck you, bitch.
and he's gonna be ready for him in Hell in a Cell.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was definitely fine,
Yeah.
but wouldn't have been more of an impact if Kevin Owens was there.
Live via
No.
satellite, Kevin Owens gets.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Thumbs up for Kevin Owens this week.
See, live via satellite was Kevin Owens. He wasn't in the arena or anything.
Yeah.
It was already live via satellite, by the way, Owen.
By the way, Kevin Owens had probably caught his best promo in WWE so far.
Oh no, yeah, that was like that was great. I have no problem with either promo. I'd rather see them in person doing it.
Are you gonna give them more of your thoughts when we get after?
No, I think this is good because it's like they're keeping them separated.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that
I
way when
want
they
to see
be in Hell in a Cell.
physicality.
I like
I think
it.
we're gonna
wanna
get
see
that.
Shane
We'll get,
I
McMahon
think
beat
there's
the
so
shit
much
out of
bad
Kevin
blood
Owens.
that you have
I think
to
we're gonna
save
get that in
for
the next
Hell
coming
in a
weeks.
Cell.
I didn't see. I mean, I like Shane's promo, but I like to see more.
I got more of a
vengeance
complaint
come from
about
his
two
eyes.
guys coming in and getting.
I want to
taken away
see.
from
I
each
want
other.
to
I
see
think you know what I'm going
2004
to.
Shane.
I want.
That's what I want to see.
I wanna see-
2004 Shane.
I wanna see
Him and
more
Kane.
of
or
Shane-
2003.
I wanted to see more of angry Shane, like when his mom got fucking tombstone on the fucking stage.
He's gotta be a professional, man. He's a SmackDown commissioner.
You assaulted my father, who years ago told me that he is ashamed of that my mom gave birth to me.
Oh, he's also. This is the same one that this. Remember last year in doing the
disowned
build-up? He disowned. He smashed a picture of him. Remember that?
Yeah. See some.
But also families fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like the McMahons apparently.
But they
Yeah.
also actually literally fight each other.
So just quick question. Quick question I have. So this has been
Yeah,
speculated.
Vince McMahon, who has womanized pretty much every single woman
Yep.
on the roster,
Yep.
has drugged his wife.
Yep.
Tried to have an
Beat up
incestuous angle with his daughter.
Yep. Beat up his daughter in a match. He beat up Hornswoggle, a one-legged man.
Beat up a one. Oh my god! Just
He
like
had
I
multiple affairs in front of
watched
his
that over the
wife.
summer.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Zach Gowen Vince McMahon thing. When Vince walks with like how Zach Gowen walks, I literally died laughing. I couldn't.
But
stop
before we
laughing.
continue,
like
just
the way like
just a
he's got
question.
his strut and everything, and he's
Just a question I have.
it's so funny.
Do you see Triple H getting involved in the future?
Not in the match, but after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Randall Orton versus
Randy
the Drama King. What?
His fucking theme song is literally laughable.
Yeah.
In English?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They
hate
actually have the actual like
I
theme
hate
song
that
out now, and I literally listened to 10 seconds of it, and I was
So
just dying laughing.
So
Couldn't
Survivor
get through it.
Series. So I want to see a Survivor Series Royal Rumble WrestleMania this year, since that's double branded. Elias and Aiden English perform like a concert together.
Yes. Do it.
I mean, we would have got the Kevin Owens show, and it would have been fucking
Yeah.
Aiden English singing it.
No.
Kevin Owens show.
But
Watch him.
do you want to talk about what happened
No,
in this
they,
match?
they
and
joined
everything?
up with Robert J. England and they
Randy
do
Orton
Shinsuke
won.
Nakamura's theme
Oh,
song.
So what- Yeah, John wants to break down this match.
Orton won, but that's the important thing. Rusev came out. Yes,
Yes.
My friend from Bulgaria came
I was
out.
saying cousin and was your friend.
Well, my friend is his cousin.
I'm not saying
So is your cousin his friend or your friend his cousin? Or is your
friend-
cousin and friend friend?
I'm friends with his cousin.
Where your friend cousin come from?
I'm friend with cousin.
Friend, cousin, come friend. What the fuck is that?
That
fuck is
That was an accident.
What the fuck is
I don't
that?
even know.
Friend.
I was trying to say friend, cousin, friend, but then it came out as cousin's friend.
He's the cum friend.
Is it worth it?
All you're doing is
You
just
shot
like-
him.
It's the cum friend.
Ow.
He's the cum friend.
Oh, I got shot. Oh, I died. Oh, no.
Great selling,
No.
James.
Great selling.
I already sold once. Fuck off. Alright.
He can't sell again.
Yeah, so
He's
done
done
his-
his
I'm Hogan in this
his
shit.
one sell.
anyway, next is
So wait, so you miss Rusev.
yeah, my good friend of mine. A good friend of mine really missed him.
Good friend. Yes, cousin.
Who's
Also.
that? Who was unfortunately not here.
Yeah.
But
Cousin did.
Actually, no, he attacked James with the. He was here earlier. He attacked James with the belt.
I missed that.
Oh.
No, I thought it was him.
No, it was
It was
Johnson.
John.
No, it was
wasn't
Johnson.
him.
It was Johnson.
Interesting.
And then Johnson was wearing, and he was wearing a John mask too.
First I thought I respected you, now you're lying about attacking me from
Hello?
behind, and
Hello?
you say it was Johnson.
Well, Johnson's not the Aftershock Corner champion.
No, I.
He stole the belt from him. So
Well, he gave me back the belt.
yeah. Anyhow, so
You missed
talk about your boy. Talk about your boy.
It wasn't me, it was Rusev that beat you.
Rusev
It
came
wasn't
out.
me, it was Rusev that beat you. It wasn't me, it was Rusev that beat you. Now fuck you, John.
Well, you called
It's a
him
one
his
beat.
You called him his fucking cum friend.
It's a KSI reference, look it up. You'll understand the reference.
I don't think.
Just for that, I'm not watching it.
Anyway, continue.
So basically, Rusev came out, challenged Randy Orton after, Rusev was disrespected by his country, and apparently Johnson came up and gave him a nice big headbutt when he got off the head.
Yep.
He got off the plane. Yep.
Nice
And-
super kick.
And then one super kick later, Rusev beat Randy Orton in 10 seconds.
He redeemed himself.
Super kick party.
It was one super kick. 1, 2,
10
3.
seconds. Yeah, less than 10 seconds.
And then the best part of this whole
The
thing.
drama queen hit him though.
Yeah.
Too
Hey, we
also.
don't. Hey, that didn't happen in the match, did it?
It happened.
Does it count? Does it count? Does it happen in the match?
It happened in that match. Radio said yes during the bell. Drama queen interfered.
It was not a
Radio-
squad.
Radio
King,
just
not
squashed
queen.
him in 4
Drama King,
seconds.
Not queen. Drama King, not queen.
No.
Just like you're the drama queen.
No, that's changed.
Yeah. that's
that's all when we talk about something.
So, titties.
Tinny niece?
Big fatty tits.
Lesbian.
Shut up.
he just proved it. And anyhow, continue. It's
Lesbian.
backstage.
So the best part of this whole thing is Rusev gave a backstage interview and chants for himself.
Dude, fucking throw Rusev.
After he was.
Oh, that was an
After
epic
he was.
fail.
After he
Oh,
selling
yeah,
all,
the
the way,
table.
all the way up the
Riff,
ramp.
riff.
Failure. Oh shit, we gotta wrap this up quick.
Well, I have till 4, so
Yeah, that's 3.
yeah.
We can get it done. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
Jinder Mahal and the Singh Brothers promo. This sucks. Cut
yeah.
your case from
It's really funny. Ha ha ha.
Thumbs down.
No, alright. I will defend Jinder though. Everyone's like, oh, he's racist. Oh my god. He's trying to get heat. He's not that bad.
He's being a hypocrite.
I've heard so much worse.
Okay, here's the thing. We keep saying John Cena's a hypocrite.
Ginger's.
Jinder's being a hypocrite.
Oh no, Jinder's being a hypocrite.
But
Don't
then
get
again,
me wrong.
he's lying.
Jinder's
He's
being
being a
racist.
racist hypocrite. Yes, he
But
is
here's the part-
racist. But
here's
guess
the-
what? I've heard a lot worse.
But guess what? This doesn't change the fact that this segment sucks.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
did. It did. No defense from that. I'm just defending the fact that
And then
the Washington Post is making it a big
So,
deal.
John-
It's racist. I've heard a
Before
lot
you
worse.
talk about
I've
the
heard
next
a lot
segment,
worse.
I didn't think Nakamura was on the show. Read the next segment.
Shinsuke Nakamura interview.
So they have
I
Shinsuke
will take your
Nakamura
title
respond
from
to Jinder's
Saying 5 words.
with
Wow.
a promo.
Impressive.
Instead of beating the shit out, going out there and beating the shit out.
2 weeks in a row. Same thing.
So if
Except for
Nakamura,
if she said 5 words this week.
I will admit this does make Nakamura look stupid.
Stupid.
That's
Wow.
the one thing I hate.
They showed the same picture 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so.
I gotta
funny.
admit though, the Sin brothers were great out there though.
I was sitting there watching and I was going, wow, this is just hysterical. Wow, I'm just laughing so
Can we
hard.
give
Right
like 2
now.
thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles for the United States title.
Fantastic.
God.
AJ cut the promo on
Ty Dozier
Kevin
beats the
Owens'
shit
chain.
out of Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Good.
Thumbs down.
It wasn't even a match really, but then
Thumbs
AJ
down.
after because Ty Dozier beat the living piss out of him and threw him outside of the ring and he like hurt himself.
I'm guessing where this is.
Quote unquote.
I'm guessing where this
And
is.
then he
Triple
fucking
match.
just beats the shit out of him.
And they're
even
gonna have
more.
Corbin pin Ty, so that way Styles doesn't have to look bad.
Yeah.
Losing
And
the
then
title.
yeah, and then AJ for the calf structure.
Charlotte Flair returns to a
That's an average promo by Charlotte, I guess.
Good.
About her father and how she's
Yeah,
gonna win
very good.
the women's championship.
Yeah, I love how she's all of a sudden like talking good about her father now, but like.
Well, it's a real
well,
life.
that's a real life situation. Dude.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
it changes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What do you do? Bad mouth him when he's still there, or bad
You
mouth,
fucking old man, you're dead!
Or-
You're dead to me!
or bad mouth some family members who is dead. Oh wait, hold on a second. That already happened.
Page.
Do you know how many drinks that, speaking of Rick, how many he consumed in a day?
How many?
He was never drunk at work. That's one thing that happened. 20.
Damn.
Legend.
Kidney failure was the reason why he went into that coma.
Yeah. But
He went
Natalia.
into this, he was having like hip side problems, whatever. Like he was having kidney failure.
Then Natalia came
Insane.
out.
Yeah.
And
And praised herself.
then Becky Lynch comes out. Then Tamina, and they all want.
I forgot that's the person that I forgot that was in that match and that troll was Tamina.
And then
I mentioned that.
and
too.
Naomi too. So we
I was
have
like,
the.
And it turns into a 4-way where the winner's gonna face Natalia for the title.
Spoiler alert, Natty, not Natty, Charlotte won, so we're gonna get
Charlotte, I knew right away. I didn't even have to watch SmackDown to SmackDown. I knew that Charlotte was gonna
Yeah.
win.
so it's gonna be Charlotte versus Natalia, which they've had good matches.
I
Oh,
knew.
yeah,
I didn't
it's
watch
gonna
the
be
main
great.
event because
I'm
I already know
I'm
who's
already
gonna win.
looking forward to it now.
Okay, Kofi versus Big E.
No,
Kofi and Big E.
Kofi versus Big E.
that's on you. I have in the. I
Kofi
can-
and Big E versus the Hype Bros.
Terrible. That's okay.
Kofi
All right.
versus
Thumbs down.
Big E.
Okay, Hype Bros backstage.
What is
They
this?
wanna change-
2014 again?
They want to change
I'll give it a thumb.
their attitude.
I'll give it a thumbs in the middle
They gotta do something that's a drastic change. It might not mean breaking up the Hype Bros, but turning them heel.
because they can't pick up any teams right now.
Yeah.
Because no one likes Mojo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry that no one likes.
By
How
the way,
about
guys,
it?
he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Remember that?
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, remember
are you ready for
when
this?
Zack
Are you ready
Ryder was
for
United
this?
States champion? Neither do I.
Remember
Are
when
we-
Zack Ryder was Intercontinental Champion for a day? Neither do I.
hey, are you ready for this? Dolph Ziggler
No.
comes out and imitates the entrances of this week
No.
of Michael
DX.
Cabana,
Yep.
Triple H,
Which apparently all you need to do is put on the Harley Davidson jacket. Just.
and DX. This got a thumbs down again.
Yep.
They're shocking no one.
I
Can I give
actually
it
laughed
to- can I give it to
hysterically
you?
this week.
And no Bobby Roode this week.
They don't want to shoot their load too early in this feud.
But no Bobby Roode at
No
all.
Bobby Roode at all. So that's.
Where
I mean, they're
is
trying to
he?
save it up.
I thought he was finishing up his NXT dates. But
So okay, what are you giving SmackDown?
oh wait,
That was the end. So that was it.
5.5 out of 10. A middle finger.
Does not get a thumbs at all.
I'm strictly giving it like a 0.5
Because of Bobby the
out of 10
I'm giving it a
for SmackDown
10.
because the 0.5 comes from Shane and Kevin Owens.
Overall, thumbs down. Show.
It doesn't even get a full star from me. It doesn't even get a full 1 number from
I
me.
love how it's that bad that like we were over with the fucking show in like 15
It was
minutes.
terrible. It was a horrible
It was
week.
that bad. Alright,
No one cared.
Now on to NXT.
here we go.
This
yeah.
took place on.
I didn't see it.
I know I didn't see it
I
either.
wish I could have.
So
yeah.
can we not do it?
Yeah, because we didn't see it.
No.
I'm 2
We'll
years
do it.
behind. I'm 3 years behind anyway.
Yeah.
So
You don't even.
We didn't see it, James. All right.
Yeah.
you guys can review it on your own time.
Why? You. Yeah.
They can't review
We
a show.
never review
we
NXT
did-
anyways.
Yeah.
They can't review a show they didn't see.
Okay.
I'll do the picks for. Should I?
Thief Halloween
Wait,
contest.
shouldn't I announce it since because you're in the match? So,
I can do the best Howard Finkel here.
should you have the mic to make it?
No.
No, yeah, he's gonna scream Howard Finkel into the microphone. Fuck it up.
The I did it last time I was champion. The following contest is a Aftershock Corner Predictions Championship match. Introducing first, the challenger, James the Heeb Fat Man Hebert.
Okay.
And his opponent. Wait for it. Wait for it. The reigning, defending, undisputed,
Longest reigning.
Aftershock Corner and champion, and not to mention he is undefeated against you, Fairness. Ding Tad! That's when they boo.
You have the. You have the.
Yay!
I have the. I call
Yay! Yay! Your team sucks. Yay!
You put cheer for heels. Alright, do you want me to?
Actually,
I
no,
love
because John's the face in this, remember?
I love.
How is he the face?
John's the face in this because you came out and cut the egotistical promo.
Boom. That's not
So
me.
John is in an odd position where he is the face for the first time.
I think they're both heels.
It's amazing, isn't it?
John is the face
All
of this
right.
because John.
It's not the only time John's been face, actually.
No, it probably. I don't think he's ever been a face on the show.
No,
Alright,
I think
so-
heel.
Face turn.
So
the
can
first
we,
ever.
So can me and Chris still predict? even
Yeah,
though-
Yeah,
yeah,
we can still
yeah.
predict.
All right,
Alright,
Just,
so-
ours don't matter. Theirs do. They can go first. We'll go second.
All right.
Alright, I'll announce the matches. So now that we'll do predictions, it may or may not count depending on what happens. It's the pre-show, Apollo Crews versus Elias.
I'm gonna be riding with Elias tonight.
Okay.
Elias.
So
But
the pre-show
it's
don't
not
matter.
gonna matter. So.
They'll go first, and then we'll do ours after.
All right.
Oh, okay, so we'll just
They'll do theirs, and then we'll do ours.
All right. Go.
Intercontinental Championship match. Intercontinental Champion The Miz versus Jason Jordan.
I've been flip-flopping through this whole match the entire week, so I came to the conclusion that I'm taking the Miz.
Okay.
Taking a miss.
Alright. Fatal 5-way match for the WWE Raw Women's
You switched on
Championship.
that one, you
I
did.
did. I do flip-flopping.
Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley versus Nia Jax versus Emma.
Nia Jax.
I'm gonna go with Alexa.
Okay.
You went first.
Yeah. I know. I
You
did.
gave a break on that one.
I did.
You cannot pick first.
Yeah, you can't pick first because
Yeah, I pick first.
as
You
the
could have just done a nine.
Yeah, no, I know.
I could have just picked Nia Jax.
I know, it was a dick thing to do. I fucking
W-
love that. Where you picked the same as Steve. That was hysterical.
WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. WWE Cruiserweight Champion Neville versus Enzo Amore.
Seeing what happened on 205 Live, I'm picking the Neville.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Neville.
Man versus man match. Finn
Balor.
Balor versus Bray
Man
Wyatt.
versus man.
Yeah,
Let's do
Balor, come on.
Okay. WWE Raw Tag Team Championship match. WWE Raw Tag Team Champions Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Destiny.
Destiny.
Do-do-do-do-do.
No, I didn't. I said Cesaro and Sheamus. It's different. John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
WWE Universal Championship match. WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
Brock.
Braun.
Okay. So the only, from what I understand, the only ones you have different is the Universal title match.
And the women's title match.
Yep. The Raw Women's title.
Nope, it's just the women's championship because it's not a dual branded show.
All right. So do you want to read?
Yeah, I'm ready for you guys.
Okay. So just read from the pre-show and then how I did it.
Okay. Who's gonna be Ryan with Elias or
Me.
Apollo?
Give me Winfrey.
Okay.
I'm going with Apollo.
The Miz versus JJ.
I'm sticking with Miz on that one.
Miz.
Alexa, Sasha, Bayley, Nia, Emma.
Sexy Lexi.
I think it's gonna be Alexa. I think if Nia wins it,
I'd
it's gonna
say
be a one-on-one
I really
match.
want her to keep the title long for a long time.
I want her to face Asuka. I think she's the best person to face Asuka when she comes to.
Neville versus Annoying.
I'm gonna say
I don't know I'm gonna pick in this one.
Neville.
Neville's gonna win. I think.
I don't even give a
No.
fuck if I was the championship match and not this came down to it.
Yeah.
I'd still wouldn't pick. I
By,
still wouldn't pick.
by the way, I think Neville
asshole.
should squash him. By the way.
Anthony, asshole.
Balor, Bray.
Bala.
I think it's gonna be Balor, but it makes sense for Bray to win because he doesn't have his face paint. It's a man versus man match, but I think it's gonna be Balor because it's this big boy gets booked to shit.
Death Sheen versus the Ba. Ba!
Death Sheen. They just won the titles. You can't take them off.
You know what them Shield boys.
Juan Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Robert Reigns.
He's Jewish now.
That's kind of. I think they want to build Roman Reigns up to face Brock at Mania. And he hasn't won a pay-per-view match since WrestleMania this year, so I think he needs to win clean to show.
If he loses again,
Yep.
I'm gonna be laughing hysterically.
I will too.
Brock and Braun.
Braun. I want Braun. I'm picking what I
The
want.
Beast incarnate.
Okay.
There you go. All right, all set.
So for me, so we
Incarnate.
can play this time, or you guys?
Yeah, we can do it.
All right.
The Beast incarnate asada.
Okay, I'll go with mine quickly.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Chris,
Well,
you're about to leave right now, are you?
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
plugs.
Yeah, we're about to do plugs.
Plug central.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So
John Tuddy
Yeah.
and Football Reporters 230. Subscribe and don't subscribe to us.
Hey, fuck on.
He hates
Hey
you.
guys, you can check out my YouTube channel, JBeside95. I do custom Titans, custom theme work, and I also run a podcast called Pro Wrestling Roundtable every week on YouTube.com. You can check all that out in my channel. You can also check out One Youth Wrestling, which I hope to get back on the air before December.
MWA is better.
Not making any promises. You can also check out Owen's latest video that Chris and I had a fucking blast on, trolling Owen. So yeah, they're my promotions.
Check out my channels.
Oh wait, follow Chris Dodd on Twitter.
Okay.
I don't even know what you're.
It's in the
Chris
intro.
Dodd.
It's in the intro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's in the intro.
Yeah.
Follow and all our Twitter accounts are in the intro. We gotta start posting on them Twitters
I
again.
know, yeah.
We should make an Aftershock Corner Twitter account, I think.
Yeah,
We should all have access to it too. Not make it a password that we all would remember.
What do you
Yes.
mean? Okay.
Eventually, we'll do it.
And
Maybe
subscribe
we should
to
be using the Facebook page a lot more too. Also,
yeah, I know.
not just one person.
I know, because I'm the only one that posts.
You're,
Now you know. Now I know how you feel. But anyhow, so yeah, check out I guess the Facebook page.
Wrestling
Aftershock
news and
Corner.
updates.
Um,
Aftershock Corner.
Wrestling Fortune 44
Wrestling
Facebook
Fortune
page.
44.
This channel itself.
Uh,
Me and James are gonna do 205 Live and an NXT review tonight.
By the way,
Do you guys
It's a-
want me to just make a credits thing eventually?
Yeah, this will be easier than having to plug
No, no,
everything.
no.
and if you and by the way, I decline a lot of people.
Wait,
Wrestling news and updates.
wait. We gotta turn around and do it.
Alright,
What are
and
you gonna
then
do to each other?
no, yeah, oh. Way to end
We're
with
meant to
that.
be doing a lot of stuff to each other, I guess.
This.
I'm gonna leave before this gets physical. A lot.
I think he fucked it up.
Recording.
I hit the record button!
Yeah, but I thought you were supposed to be standing because we don't need to do an intro.
You're doing the intro!
I thought we were.
And then
doing
you're
it.
gonna introduce me, and then I'm gonna come in and cut a promo,
But we
he's
don't
gonna
need to.
text me, and then I'm gonna read whatever he texts me, and then he's gonna hit me in the
But we
back.
need to do an
That's
intro.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Jesus!
Just walk in.
Just
We
walk-
don't need to do
No,
anything.
you're doing your usual thing, and then you're gonna
We're gonna
introduce
need to.
him,
Take
and then
two.
you're gonna introduce me as the number one contender.
Take two. Okay, let's do it.
And then
again.
I'm gonna,
So
there you
we're
go.
going back to the original then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You didn't fucking say.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Aftershock Corner Season 5, Episode 4. I am Owen the
4 in
Bourbon.
total. season 6, right? Or 7, episode number 90 fucking 9,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. Next week,
we'll be on 100th episode.
100 goddamn motherfucking episodes.
I hope we have a whole crew next week because we don't have a whole crew.
I know we don't have a whole crew this week. I don't know where they went. They disappeared out of sight.
But
Interesting.
I
Well,
am
we just did the last
Owen the
one.
Birdman Finch, and this is.
El Vagabundo.
Oh, you went back to your other nickname.
That's a
And-
different nickname. That's a different show.
John. No, you. Oh.
Come on, dude! God damn it! Fuck's sake!
Alright, let's do this again.
No,
Alright.
let's-
No, do it again. We can't.
Alright, yeah, what are you doing?
Do it from the beginning. Like,
Fuck's sake! I'm about to stab a bitch. Alright.
Season 6, episode 99? Or is
No.
it
It's-